I have a beautiful Ohio doe. Took a couple days ago with the Bowtech bow. Question we get a lot is about the deer heart. So today we're gonna go over a deer heart. We're gonna show you how to trim it, how to slice it, and how we cook it. But first, we gotta get the heart. Right down in the front of this cavity, that chest cavity, we've got a deer heart. Let's head to the grill.
Oh my goodness, no.
Stacy told me this morning, it's my little sister Stacy. She said, I love you, but please never make me eat deer heart.
Never. Oh.
You want it raw or cooked?
No, neither.
She doesn't want any deer heart. Chuck thinks he's gonna get some of this. You want some after it's cooked, Charlie? Huh? So we made it out here to where we're gonna prep and cook the heart. I have the Brio beside me. We have our 10-inch skillet. We're gonna get a fire lit, and then I'm gonna take the heart over here. I'm gonna show you how we trim it, and then we're gonna get it seasoned up with our black seasoning, because we think we're going black heart with this one. Let's get the fire lit. So as mentioned, we're gonna get seasoned up with our black seasoning, but that's gonna wait a little bit. The Brio is lit behind me, so as the fire starts, we're gonna trim up this heart. Today, I'm using the Montana Knife Company Jackstone. Isn't that a beautiful blade? Gorgeous. We wanna start by, we wanna remove the aorta and all these valves and everything down here. So we wanna take this end off, and then we do wanna remove a lot of this white fat that you see. The easiest way to do that, since you can see that a lot of this bottom end is those valves, etc. So we're just we're gonna cut the whole bottom end of this heart off. I think that's gonna have to go to Charlie. And then we just take the heart and just go around the whole outside and just take this outer layer of fat off, because that's what's going to give it the off-putting flavor after you cook it. So nothing too crazy. Don't go hacking into it. Just a nice thin slice of removing that white fat. And after we get all that white fat off, like that. Pretty simple process. We're just going to slice this about 3/4 of an inch thick all the way down through, just like that. Making these nice slices. And if there's any more of the connective tissue and valve inside this heart, these pieces like this right here, we're gonna go through and we're gonna cut all those out. Want some? There you go. Yeah. Yeah, good boy. Nice little snack for Charlie. "10-inch skillet, Bearded Butcher edition. It's going on the Brio. We'll get some butter in there as soon as that warms up. And then I do want to go back through these slices, and anywhere, maybe I missed just a little bit of that fat on a couple of these, it's easier to trim after it's been sliced. So just remove a little bit more of that fat. And then anything like this where there's a valve, you can see those valves on the inside, we want to just cut those out. That way that they're not tough when you go to eat them. So pretty simple process. You can see those little valves right there. And I did should mention that when I field dressed this deer, obviously I saved the heart in the field, and then when I brought it back to the shop, I took a hose, a garden hose, stuck it down inside the heart and washed all the blood clots and everything out of it. So that's something you want to do too, is you want to just get it cleaned up. So just a few more of those valves in there. Get it cleaned up real nice. And then it'll be time to season and get in the skillet. Some of that delicious butter in our skillet. It's enough to get a good sear going. Let's season up the heart. Bearded Butcher American-made carbon steel skillet, stamped with our Bearded Butcher logo. Got the dual handles. This skillet is 10 inches from bottom to bottom, so it's going to be a little bit bigger than your conventional 10-inch pan. Made out of carbon steel, US steel, handmade with the help of Lockhart Iron Works out of Logan, Ohio. We went down, actually handmade. This is my personal skillet, which I made. A couple of the points about this: Teflon's really bad for you, so this is simply US steel, no coating. I've been using this one for a little while. On steel, you have closer pores than, say, cast iron. This steel pan predates cast iron, and it's a great non-stick alternative to whatever's out there today. Now this skillet will literally last many generations, many lifetimes. Comes with a triple lifetime guarantee. We love them. It's ready to go on the fire. Cook whatever you have today. It's going to be our venison maple bacon and some eggs. Ooh, baby. All right, American. Got the yolk dripping out of this side. That's where I better start. American made skillet over an open fire. Oh, I lost my bacon. Doesn't get any better. Deer bacon. Cheers. That'll do. Black seasoning, coffee, molasses, deer heart, and black seasoning. I know it's going to be a good combo. So pretty simple process. Just get a nice coating on there. People always get scared of this organ, and it's a muscle. So really it's going to be no different than frying up a steak. You don't have to be scared of deer heart. The butter's sizzling behind me, and we're ready to start frying. Start sizzling. A little bit of an angle there on our bait. All we're looking for here is a nice medium, so we certainly don't have to overcook these. Look what that black seasoning does on there. See how that gets that nice crust going? That's why we named it black. Obviously these little pieces are going to get done first. It's not going to take a whole lot to cook. They're not going to take real long. We are finished. Let those cool for a little bit, and then we get to try how awesome they taste. I'm excited. What about you, Scott?
I have had deer heart, but this looks phenomenal.
So we should tell a story. We were down at our hunting property, what, probably 4 or 5 years ago?
At least that.
I shot a deer. The boys and I, Scott, we all drug it back to our cabin. We had a campfire going, field dressed the deer, and we cooked the heart, what, within probably
5 minutes of it was 5 minutes
Yeah.
from it was when it was beating.
Put it over a fire, and we cooked it, and it was absolutely incredible. We were expecting it to be kind of tough because it hadn't had a chance to age or anything like that, but it was incredible. So this deer heart, this one is 2 days old. It was in the deer beating 2 days ago, so it's going to be interesting to see what the tenderness is like compared to the one we had that was only 5 minutes old. So that'll be interesting. Ready to try some heart?
I am.
So we moved into our cabin. We did a deer processing video in here. It's probably been, what, 5 or 6 years ago?
It was 2018, so yeah, 5 years.
This isn't the first time that you've seen the cabin on our content, but maybe for some of our new viewers, maybe it is. This was the very first cabin ever built in the county north of us. And Dad bought it from the Historical Society, brought it down here to Wayne County, and we re-erected it here on our farm. Thought this was a pretty cool place to try some deer heart. You ready?
I'm ready.
Just gonna get a slice out. You want a half? You want a slice? How do you want to do
Whatever I can fit in my mouth.
it? Okay. Boy, look at that.
Smells
Looks
good.
pretty tasty.
Bon appetit.
Deer heart.
So tender, rich,
Fantastic.
not at all off-putting, not gamey. Tastes like backstrap.
The texture's fine too. It's not spongy, it's not tough, it's not off-putting. Great flavor. Just tastes like, yeah, backstrap.
Be ashamed to let it go to waste.
It's steak. So when I was field dressing this deer, it's easy to to pull all the insides out and just throw them for the critters. But this is a pound of muscle, pound plus, that you get to pull out of there and save. So take a little baggie with you to the woods. When you field dress your deer, put it in a little baggie, get it home, wash the inside of it out, and do what we just did. I mean, there was no rocket science that went into this cook. It was butter in a skillet over a fire,
And
pretty in our black seasoning. So
Here to butcher black.
pretty simple process. But what I'm gonna do is just get some more of this sliced up, because I know everybody that's behind the scenes here, they're gonna want to try some too. But Spencer, you're up first.
Bite?
You're up
Boy.
first.
Thank you.
Tell us what you think. Honest opinion.
That's super tender.
Not good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, comparing to the heart that we had that was only 5 minutes old, similar.
very similar.
Very similar. This, like I said, 2 days ago, this deer was walking through the forest, blood pumping through its veins, and now it's in our skillet. But we've always wanted to do a deer heart. Now is the opportunity. We enjoyed it. I know what I'm going to be doing in the future. I'm going to be saving these, which I have been, but I'll be looking forward to saving them and enjoying them because they're delicious. So,
Good stuff.
for everybody that's ever wondered about eating a deer heart, we highly recommend it. 10 out of 10. So hopefully you enjoyed the video right here on the Bearded Butcher's YouTube channel. More planned. Stay tuned, and until next time, see ya.